Hi, I'm Dane, and these are podcasts for Balanced Body. We're at my studio, North Star Piliates Solutions in Buffalo, New York, and this is Kim. And Kim is going to be demonstrating for us today a little bit of a long stretch. Now, a long stretch is a great exercise that starts to cover the whole idea of full body integration. So when you have an athlete who's performing a certain sport activity, the connection they're able to make between their upper and lower body is hugely important. So we want to make sure that they're able to make that connection from ribcage to pelvis using those abdominals. So a lot of abdominal exercises focus on shortening the abdominals. This one actually forces the abdominals to maintain a length and keep that connection through the entire body here. So what I'm going to have Kim do is step on the reformer, and whenever you have someone step on the reformer, always kind of have a foot on the carriage or have a hand on the carriage just to make sure the carriage doesn't move while they're getting on. So until they're in a safe position, then you can take that foot off. So she's going to come into a plank position for me here. Good. So maintaining that plank position, what we're looking for here is to make sure that the abdominals are drawn in and that the body is in a nice long line from head right down to feet. Feet are up on the shoulder rests. Good. And I'm going to have Kim start by taking an inhale, and as she exhales, she's going to press the carriage back with the arms, maintaining that neutral spine alignment, and then have her come back in, shoulders over wrists into a plank. Twice more for me, Kim. Exhale and press. Good. So what we're looking for here is nice organization of the scapula, neutral spine, maintaining that rib cage to pelvis connection, and then nice long reach through both legs. Good. Come on in. And just come down onto your knees and relax there for just a minute. Great. So one of the things that is different sometimes, what you'll see, is foot placement on the reformer. Here I have Kim with her feet on the shoulder rests. Another variation is to have the feet together on the headrest. That works for people with smaller feet. Sometimes athletes who you work with larger feet may not feel quite as stable there. So feet against the shoulder rest is a good alternative for that. So we're going to work into a few variations on the long stretch now. So I'm going to have Kim come back into that plank position to start. Good. And from here we're going to find that nice neutral spine again, drawing the abdominals in and maintaining that plank. Now I'm going to have her take her right leg off of the shoulder rest and extend it straight back. So in this position here, we've taken away some stability, and now we're looking for a nice cross connection from her right glute up to her left shoulder blade. So inhale for me here, Kim, and as you exhale, keeping the hips level, go ahead and press out for me. Great, and come on back in. Good. So this is challenging that cross stability, which is very important in any athlete. The ability to cross from left side to right side and maintain stability is very important. Good. And come all the way back in. Good. And you can put that foot down and come on down for me as well. Good. So normally that's an exercise we do on both sides just to make sure that they stay even. Unless you're working on a particular imbalance, then you can just work on one side. And the last variation we're going to do in the long stretch exercise is called jackrabbit. So I'm going to have Kim come into that same plank starting position, finding that nice abdominal connection again. Good. So I'm going to have her press out about half as far as she was going for the full long stretch and hold. Now from here I'm going to have her flex her hips and her knees and slide that carriage under. Good. Exhale and reach the carriage long again. So we want to make sure that she maintains a nice neutral spine and pelvis as she flexes the hips and knees and comes in. And exhale and press out again. Good. One more time for me. The challenge here is how low can you keep those knees to the carriage. The lower the knees are to the carriage, the more core work it becomes, the more quadricep work it becomes. Come on in and come on down for me there. Great. And relax. So when you're talking about full body integration, you always want to make sure that the athlete is aware of what their legs are doing, what their core is doing, and what their upper body is doing, and how all of those things relate to one another. So this is not something you'd start off with right away. There's a lot of other exercises you can do to build someone up to this point. So be careful of how you introduce it into an athlete's program. So that was long stretch with a few variations on the reformer. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.